So, hey everyone, welcome back to our fourth video of doing Spring Framework. And let's quickly reflect on what we have covered so far. So, on day one, we started with an introduction to the Spring Framework and we talked about why we need Spring and what it is and how to create a Spring project with the necessary dependencies. And on day two, we created methods in our customer controller, as you guys can see here, and mapped them to handle basic CRUD operations. And we also discussed configuring the data source properties and tested our API request using Postman. So now today we are going to dive deeper into our customer controller layer and talk about saving a customer to the database. And I'm using layered architecture to implement this. Layered architecture. I will after explain what is layered architecture and why we used it and what for layered architecture. For now, I just dive in deep into this project and just follow the layered architecture to do that. And so I'm for let's create a new package called DTO in here. Just go there and new Java class, and I create package called DTO, and inside that package I'm going to create a customer DTO likewise, and just hit the enter button. And I have to define 4 entities for customer DTO class, like private string ID and also private string name string plus, then after private double salary. This is a basic representation of how customer DTO looks like. I just use ID, name, address, and salary. You can choose whatever you want. For now, I use just these 4 things. Just these 4 things to just a representation of this, how this framework works and how these things works. So after that, I have to create getters and setters for this class. But you guys should remember that first, when we create the project, we also add a dependency called Lombok, and that Lombok provide us some annotations to getters and methods like this, and I can just create press add button and just getters. Now getters are applied like this. You can see import Lombok getter, then getters will apply, and then after I setter and all args constructor and no args constructor, and after that I have to just add data annotation instead all of these 4 annotations. I can just simply comment that I don't need these 4 because of that data annotation. So that data annotation combine all these functionalities into one annotation, making our code cleaner and easier to manage. So next we will bring the customer data from the request body into our saveCustomer method using the request body annotation. The type of the data will be customer DTO. So let's do that. So in that saveCustomer method, you guys know this, to trigger this method, we have to send customer details to this method. Then that data will going to save in the database. So that's the case. So to this method we have to send the data from our request, from a UI. We just pass some data for this method. So that data going to come on this request sorry, request, sorry, I might be wrong. Was that request body? Here it is, request body, and the data type should be customer DTO, like we defined earlier. Here DTO, I just used DTO. Now it's done. And here also data came from request body, and type also DTO type to update a customer. And also here to delete a customer, we bring from date, we to delete a customer, we just pass the ID who want to delete us. So in here it get from request param string ID. The ID should be on to the customer that who we want to delete. So here also to get customer, same request param, and also brings ID type to here. So now it's done. Then after we have to check that it is going, that it works or not. To do that, I also return instead of this string, I return DTO dot to string. Likewise, once we send a request to this method, then the request should be returned from here to return from our, we can see it from our postman. Then that's what I have done here. So for here also I type DTO dot to string, and here also I type return I here type deleted, then I concat it with this ID, and here also I can type get this ID, and here we nothing to do, because we have to just we have to get a list of customers. We don't pass anything for this method, so keep it as it is. And then finally I'm going to run this application and to check is this work or not. So rerun the application. So once it's done perfectly, you guys can come here and but in this time, sorry, this is not my workspace which I used it before. So here it is. Now I can make a request as we did before to our saveCustomer method, and here, but now I mentioned here that the data came from request body. So also now I have to mention that also here, and here we have to specify that one also. So not params, not authorization, not headers, we are going to pass the data on the body, and data should be raw data. And for this raw data I just copy it from customer DTO. This data should be passed on from there, like utilize ID. We don't need these things, and So this is our record, and let's click send button, and now you guys can see here our DTO returns the data of this customer from our backend as we defined here. This method, the method triggers by the data, and it returns DTO.toString. Let's check this for all our methods, and for update I passed body and row, and for these also I just copy this, sorry, and paste here and just click save. It works. And for delete method, I passing ID. For ID I pass C001 here, and okay, you guys can see here deleted C001. And for get customer, what we put here, it's also ID. So you guys can just here press here, give for a value for key for ID, and then the value that you want to get. Just press send and get 001. All methods works perfectly. So that's all for this video, guys, and we have created the customer DTO class to use Lombok annotation to simplify our code and set up our saveCustomer method to handle customer data from the request body. So in the next video, we'll continue building on this foundation and dive deeper into other CRUD operations. So if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. So drop your questions or suggestions in the comment below. I'd like to accept or any of your comments, like good or bad comments. And thanks for watching and happy coding. So see you in the next video. Thank you, guys.